What's up, everybody? This is Tap with Four Guys in a Comic, and Nova's always got these like really cool haul videos that he does, and I haven't really done one. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my January, February, and March hauls, and I'm just going to put them all in one lump video for you guys to see. Now I will say that the majority of these books came from trades, my work, etc., things like that. So I've been really blessed between trades with like the Omnibus Facebook group, has helped me out tremendously, as well as some perks of the job, so to speak. So I'm gonna just show you guys real quick like the massive stack over here, and then I'll just randomly start pulling up books, and discussing a little bit about each one. I'm not gonna go through them all just because that would take way too long. But so this is January, February, and March haul. So bear with me here. All right. So see this stack of. Well, don't mind my camera here. So we have this stack of books right here. That is my January, February, and March haul. My first quarter of 2017, if you will. So, like I said, I'm just going to go through them somewhat briefly. I'm not going to spend all time on 40 books discussing every single one of them, because if I did, that would just be insane and take a really long time. So we're going to avoid all that. So first up, I actually got these in the mail today. I have Scalp Deluxe editions, volumes 1 through 4. I do not have volume 5 yet. That one I'm still needing to get, but I do have 1 through 4, so this will keep me busy for a while. Jason Aaron, I have read the first 6 issues or so of the book and fell in love with it, and really wanted to wait until I was able to get all the deluxe editions to finish reading the book. So now that I have most of them, I'm very excited to dive in. Let's see. This one I got late last week. Warren Ellis, Planetary Omnibus. So I keep hearing really good things about this book. I have not had a chance to read it yet. Actually, I haven't read most of these books that I got, which is awesome, because it just means I'm going to have tons of reading to do. But I kept hearing a lot about it. I was able to get it through my work, so I was like, why not? Let's check it out. This one gotten today. Super excited about this one. None other than Lock and Key Master Edition, Volume 1. I need to get 2 and 3 still. But yeah, Volume 1. Lock and Key is probably one of my favorite books ever. It's definitely in like my top 5 all-time books ever, basically. It's such a fantastic book. Joe Hill, Gabriel Rodriguez. If you've never read Lock and Key, you're missing out. Drop everything that you're doing right now and go binge Lock and Key. It's amazing stuff. This one I was able to get on the cheap, so I had to snag it while I could. I want to eventually collect all of these. I think there's 13 volumes in total. This is the only one I have currently. Like I said, I got it on the cheap, so I grabbed it. But Transformers, IDW collection. I do absolutely love the IDW collections. You'll see I have a handful or so of them. All of them come with different types of ribbons in them for bookmarks. The IDW collection is just fantastic. It's really well done art. They're slightly oversized. They're not like absolutes or anything like that, but they are slightly oversized. And especially when you're reading something like Transformers, it's ideal that you have it in one of these big overbound books, because it really shows off the art really well in all these books. And Transformers art, no matter who's doing it, whether it's Alex Milne or someone else, the art is phenomenal. So moving on, I have volumes 1 through 4 of IDW collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kevin Eastman, IDW run. I have read all of these, and it's phenomenal. And there's some really good like micro one-shots and short stories and things like that in here from people such as Eric Burnham. I think Dan Schoening did some art and stuff. So yeah, it's really Really good. If you're a Turtles fan and you have not read this, well, you're missing out because it's great. It's a little bit different than the classic Turtles that you kind of grew up with in the 80s and 90s, but it's still Eastman writing, and it's a really, really, really good story. And I've got Volume 5 pre-ordered, so I'll have all of them soon. Well, I have all of them right now, but I'll eventually have all of them. This volume I'm gonna keep collecting for sure. Another book, half price books, found for like $5. Grant Morrison, Annihilator. I'd never even heard of it before. I'm just a Grant Morrison fan, so I was like, hey, what is this? And I grabbed it and checked it out. Fraser Irving does the art. Really, really, really beautiful book. Everything about it, the art and everything is really cool. It's a unique story. It's Grant Morrison, need I say more? So yeah, it's a little unique, but it's really good, and it's something that Nova doesn't have by Grant Morrison, and I keep telling him that he needs to go pick it up. So, yeah, real cheap, half-price book. It was awesome. This one I got from the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group. So once again, thank you, gentlemen. I don't remember who it was that I bought it from, but I got it for a really, 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 really great deal. But Big Damn Sin City. Got this one in early January, I believe. Haven't had a chance really to sit down and read this one, although I am looking forward to the moment where I do get a chance to sit down and do it. Once again, Omnibus Facebook group for these. I'll just do these ones in here. So we got Alan Moore, Swamp Thing, Saga of the Swamp Thing, Book 1. Valiant Deluxe Exo Manowar, Book 1, and none other than Black Science. So far, this is the only one that's out, but when they keep coming, I will grab. This is a surprise book. I grabbed it not really knowing what to expect, to be honest. I just knew it was Remender, and I was like, let's see what happens. I think I read it all in like one sitting. It was phenomenal. I absolutely loved Black Science, and I'm looking forward to the second volume that comes out so I can, finish reading it. All right. These I got all on a trade at my local shop. Traded in some stuff and got these in return. Now, I am a big fan of the Ultimate Marvel Universe, or at least the beginnings of it. So, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Fantastic Four, Ultimate X-Men, etc. I was a big fan of that. So, I got all 6 of the Ultimate Fantastic Fours, and then to finish it off, you have to get the Ultimatum Companion book, which a lot of people don't like, but if you want to collect all of the Ultimate Fantastic Four, you got to have the Ultimate Companion book. So I got that one as well. So I got all 7 books in the series. Once again, it was a trade at my local shop. Very, very happy with that trade, needless to say. I think I definitely got the better deal out of that. This was a deal that I got on, it was an eBay deal actually. Once again, really, really great price. Missing volume 5, but the first 4 volumes of the oversized hardcovers of Wade's Daredevil run. Never read it before. I've now actually read 3 of the 4 volumes, and it's fantastic. Wade's run is great. It's probably one of the, ask anybody. A lot of people say Frank Miller and Wade are probably the best Daredevil runs, and I would tend to agree, actually, after reading these. His run is fantastic, and not only that, but some of the actual hardcovers underneath the slipcases are gorgeous. Let me see if I can find the one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head here. No, not that one. I mean, they're all pretty gorgeous, but there's one in particular that just blew me away. Ah, here it is. It's volume 2. So you have the nice Daredevil art right there. And then on the back, you have the Punisher. Now, in the comic series, there was a third one. They were connecting covers that had Spider-Man. Fortunately, the hardcover only has 2 sides, not 3, so you can't have Spider-Man. But That being said, still a really, really, really awesome cover. Let's see. This, I got a really good deal once again. Omnibus Facebook group. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 8. Library Edition, Volumes 1 and 2. This is a work perk for me, but I had to kind of go out of order just because of based on what they had in stock. But Hellboy Library Editions, Volumes 1, 2, and 4. So I'm missing 3, 5, and 6. So someday. Omnibus Facebook group again. Crawl Space. Once again, Rick Remender and everybody else in between. Kieran Dwyer, Seth Peck, Tony Moore. There's a lot of people that have contributed on this book, and it's like an anthology book. It's just a bunch of short, 4 or 5 story arcs in there, and that are kind of horror themed. And it's pretty good from what I've read so far. I'm about halfway through with it, and it's good. It's real good. I actually like it a lot. The more and more Remender I read, the more and more I like it. So, Remender's okay in my book. Oh, Omnibus Facebook group again. Invincible Iron Man, Kurt Busiek, Sean Chen. Classic 90s Iron Man. I have not really had a chance to go through and read it yet. Because, look at this pile. This is just for the last couple months. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. This one, I want to say Amazon buy, but Captain America, Trial of Captain America. I grabbed it when there was the liquidation going on with all the books, so I was able to score it for unbelievably cheap on there. This one is another Omnibus Facebook collectors group. It was a trade. But Absolute Dark Knight. I love Absolute books. As you guys can tell, most of my books are oversized, deluxe, Absolute library editions, things like that. Those are the ones that I tend to collect just because there's so many other books out there in the world. I will never be able to collect them all. I don't have that kind of money. It's just an impossibility. So I was like, well, what do I want to kind of specialize in, so to speak? And what better than, oversized, ginormous books? So that's what I did. So speaking of absolutes, I actually just got done reading this one tonight, actually. But, and man, am I glad that I did. Kevin Smith, Absolute Green Arrow. Phil Hester, Andy Parks. It's 15 issues, I believe. And probably one of the greatest stories I've ever read. It is definitely in my top 5 books of all-time favorites. It's up there with Lock and Key. Identity Crisis is another big one for me. So it is up there for all-time favorite books. If you have not read Smith's run on Green Arrow, stop what you're doing and once again, go read this. It's fantastic. I'm not even a Green Arrow fan, really. I just really like Phil Hester's work, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, you gotta check out Absolute Green Arrow. You gotta check out." I was like, "Fine." So I got around to it, and it's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. Absolute Green Arrow is probably one of the best books I've ever read. It's incredible, and it's got every character in the DC universe that I like. Well, almost every character. Even Sandman makes like a super small cameo appearance in this book. I mean, it's almost like Kevin Smith had like the opportunity to play in a DC sandbox, and he's like, I'm going to bring in as many characters as I humanly can in this book just to, flesh it out and use everybody, because God only knows if I'm ever going to have this opportunity again. And I'm glad he did, because it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then last but not least is a 3-issue set that I completed today. Once again, Work Perks, that I'm very, very excited about. And I'm actually diving into these next. This is next on my reading pile. But none other, and these books are massive. I thought absolutes were big. These are actually about a half-inch taller than absolutes. Like, these books are huge. And they are Sixth Gun, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Colin Bunn. And Brian Hurt's the artist on that one. Colin Bunn's the writer. I love Colin Bunn. I've been following him for a while, so everybody kept asking if I'd read The Sixth Gun. And to be honest, I was like, no, I can't lie. No, I haven't. Just because, like, it's like the Wild West. Like, I'm into, like, supernatural, dark, horror, that kind of stuff for the most part. And this was supernatural, dark, horror, sort of, but it had, like, this Wild, Wild West theme to it. And that's not me. I'm not really into the Wild Wild West, so I kind of stayed away from it. And somebody told me I was basically stupid. I needed to go read it. So I did. I read the first few issues online, and I couldn't believe how good it was. I was absolutely blown away. Stopped reading because I wanted to collect it in the big, oversized format. And so now that I have it, I'm going to go to town on this book. I'm very, very, very pleased with it. So there you have it, folks. That is my January, February, and March haul. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is that you feel the need to do to the video. Smart remarks, comments, whatever. Give me some more reading suggestions, things that, maybe I have or haven't read, or books that you see and you're like, oh man, you need this. If you like this, you're going to need this, or, whatever. Just hit me up. Let me know. In the meantime, be sure you're listening to Four Guys in a Comic every Saturday. Me and Nova, we try to do a weekly Rebirth thing. We've been slacking a little bit. But we try to do something. Me and Nova are also going to start doing discussions with hardcovers and whatnot as well. So be sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, follow us on Twitter at the number 4 Guys in a Comic. Like us, subscribe on YouTube, and check us out on Facebook as well. So until then, the power is yours.